Hi, you're watching Whiskey Dads. Hit that like button and subscribe. It helps. We're working on the drag truck. Today, we're going to be putting that Fat Man front suspension in. We are going to try to get our max speeding rods 4-link in here. And this morning, I went and got an 8.8 Ford Explorer rear end. Yes, this is how I hauled it. I am soaked and muddy because it was basically in a field. But yeah, Sawzall and a jack, impact, and we got it. So let me get the cherry picker. I'm gonna pull this out. I gotta clean all this stuff off. Well, a bunch of it's getting cut off. But yeah, we'll figure it out. It's gonna look good with these weld drag lights that I picked up yesterday. Oh yeah, it's coming together nicely. It's gonna be a completely different animal come this evening. You know, I think I'm gonna grab cherry picker, pull it out of there, and I'll probably clean it up outside because it's gonna be super messy, rather than destroying my super clean shop. What an idiot! Oh, that was fun. I figured rather than pulling that cherry picker out from way back there, I'd just manhandle it. And unfortunately, I scratched my paint. Not so much here or here, but you know, like right there. Yeah, it's gonna lower the resale value. Man. All right, all joking aside, brake lines, all that crap's coming off. All of these pieces, anything, the sway bar, I'm getting rid of that. Anything to do with the parking brake is coming off. Gotta clean this crap off. I don't need this weird Ford Explorer shock that comes off the side anymore, so I'll unbolt that. Get the drive shaft, what's left of it, off of there. Just kind of hit it with the wire wheel. Make it look better, because we'll be welding the 4-link stuff on there soon. So check back in a little bit. Little progress update. Got both of those removed. You got to be careful so you don't get into this tube. I nicked it a little bit, but I'll weld it up, make it look pretty so it doesn't lose any of its strength. Yeah, time to cut those off. Looking good. Then I'll probably hit it with the wire wheel. I'm not going to do a great job of cleaning it up because maybe after I'm done with mock-up or whatever, then I'll clean it real nice and get it all painted up and whatever else. But making progress. My little bucket is starting to fill up with random pieces. Good times. Starting to get a little windy. You know, my wife tried to throw this chair away like 10 years ago, and I said, oh, no, I want it. And I tell you what, that thing comes in handy. Not only for sitting on, but for propping stuff on, working on it. I got one side cleaned off. I'm going to pull the drive shaft off real quick. I'm going to monkey with that later. I think I might jump on cutting this front suspension off. I think the time has finally come. So I'm going to get marked out where my axle center line will be. And then we'll get all that measured, taped, and whatever else. Measure it again. Maybe one more time for good measure. And then lop it off. So stay tuned. I'm trying to get that drive shaft off. I had to get a little bit creative. But it still just wants to come off the jack stands. So I have a solution. Just let the old WD-40 do a little work for a little bit. See if that doesn't help. Otherwise, I might just start it on fire. Or hit it with the torch or something. Since it's sitting right there. But, yeah. One thing after another. Stay creative, my friends. Yep, we gotta burn it off. I tried to ugga on the dugga and ooga on the dooga, but that's not working. So now we're gonna heat it up till it submits. I'll win one way or another. I'm watching you. You're naughty. Stop it. Just come off already. Got stuff to do. I don't have time to be messing with this. Little map gas? Or maybe it was a WD-40. I don't know. But either way, yeah, it's still on there. But all the bolts are out. We'll just hit it with the attitude adjuster. Loud noises. Ayo! A win's a win. I'll take it when I can get it. All right, so we've made a little bit of progress. I got the front of the frame cut off. I got the new stuff put in. It's all just tacked in right now. My buddy Vern, say hi.
Hi, everybody.
He is, we packed bearings, and now he's going to show me exactly how to get that, it's a castle nut, isn't that what they call it? Mm-hmm. To the right tightness.
There you are, right there.
And how did you get that far?
You kind of sneak up on this. You don't want to crank it hard, because there's supposed to be a little clearance in there.
Okay.
So, the way I've always done it and was taught, you give it a little spin, and you just sneak up on it. That's about it right there.
Just a little bit of resistance. You don't want it too tight.
And if this spindle has two holes in there. There's one this way and one this way. If you get it to where it don't line up, back the nut off. Don't make it tighter, make it looser.
Okay.
And that one's right there.
Now we know. Bend it over, and then we'll put the grease cap on there. We'll fill her up a little bit, and then shove it on there, and we're good to go.
Just a touch.
Outstanding. Appreciate it. I'll check back in once we get both sides done and maybe some tires on it, and then I'll throw it underneath the frame. Thanks, Vern.
You betcha.
All right, so instead of ordering custom lug nuts because these are so short, I went to O'Reilly's, spent way too much money on these long shank. Also, those are 7/8 by whatever, 20, I think. And I switched them over to the 1/2 by 20. If anybody doesn't know, the 1/2 is the size of the shank or whatever, and then the 20 is the pitch, whatever, you know what I mean, the thread pitch. So now the rear end and the front will match with the 1/2 by 20 thread pitch. So, yeah, good times. So now I gotta take this front assembly off or whatever. I don't think I could just, I might be able to pound them off on there, but I'm just gonna pull it off quick. So I'll check back in later. Oh, good times. Well, I went to put these on with the impact. The very first one, I broke off. O'Reilly's. Anyways, better call them before they close. Dang it. Okay, so it's 11 days later. I got the front suspension put in. I got lug nuts, but they're not enough. It's only getting 1/4 inch of the thread, so I ordered some off of Amazon. And I used an impact. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but the very first one I snapped off, so whoops. But yeah, I got those coming. They'll be here next Monday. So the next thing we're gonna do is get this rear end put into place so that we can get the max speeding rods 4-link put in. So I ordered these from a weld shop. Well, there's one. There's another one over there. Excuse the mess. I put it on there and I figured out I got to cut about 1.5 inches off. So what I'm going to do is, once I get that cut off, then I'm going to set it on here, and then I'll cut chunks out of the frame so that that'll sit down in there nice, and then I'm going to weld the bottom. Then I can cut this center section out. What else? I ordered a new regulator because I dropped my tank again. So actually worked perfectly. It was only like $30 off of Amazon. So I don't know if you need one of these, but yeah, we're good. We also got something else. Pretty sweet. It looks like they're adjustable a little bit. Didn't come with a wrench, but whatever. I'm gonna kind of set it and forget it till probably race day. So yeah, I'm gonna get that cut off. I'm gonna get this modified, and then we'll hopefully get the 4-link installed. Stay tuned. All right, so like I was saying before, gonna kind of set this on there. It looks like about center. And then I'm going to mark this edge here, as well as this one. I'm going to go a little thick, because I don't want to cut it twice. And cut that one right there. Like I was saying, I'm going to cut this top portion out. And then over here. So that way I could set this right in there, mark everything I need, clean it up, and then we'll burn one side in and then we'll do the other side. That way the frame's not going to move or do anything funny on me because it'll still be connected. So. Notched out, got that kind of in place. I do need to maybe take a little bit off of that edge there. I cut the holes way too big. That's fine, whatever. We'll get it figured out. But yeah, that's where we're sitting. I think it's gonna look pretty good. I just need to mark where I'm gonna weld, get that stuff cleaned up. Burn it in. All right, first one's tacked in. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm going to do the other side, right here. And then I'll cut the center sections out. Right there. And we should be ready to rock with our 4-link. So, making progress. I think it's gonna look pretty good. All right, they're both installed. I welded them good enough to where they're not gonna spring on me or do anything weird. So I'm gonna cut these center sections out, slide the rear end forward, and then we'll start cleaning up parts, stuff like that, so that we can weld our 4-link in. How exciting is that? I think it's looking pretty good. This is a bit of overkill. I'm probably gonna have, here, I'll set this down. Probably have 5 or 6 inches. I'm only going up like 3 off the frame, at the bottom of the frame. So we'll have plenty of room if we ever decide to go a little lower. So let's get after it. Hey, would you look at that? So much room for activities. Maybe I should clean my garage a little bit so you guys can actually see. Love it. I did leave a little bit of material here and on the rear so that I got plenty to weld to. I think it looks great. So I'm gonna get this stuff cleaned up and swept out, and then we'll roll the rear end underneath where it needs to. And I still need to grind the pieces with 4-link. Get all the paint off there so we're ready to rock. But yeah, there's your little update. Very happy. All right, we got the rear end perfectly centered. Everything's cleaned up, ready to go. I got my ride height set, and my boy showed up. What did you do today?
Got my CDO.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, flying colors or whatever.
19-year-old man.
Yep.
Congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'd also like to say Happy birthday to my dad. His birthday was yesterday. So, good job, boy. They look great. Really happy with it. I do need to finish welding it, obviously. And then the kit came with some gussets to secure all that to the frame. But yeah, so far we're looking good. Now onto the panhard bar. So with this sitting here, I'm too close to the pumpkin. So I'm gonna modify this bracket and I'm gonna weld it on there. I gotta take about 3/4 of an inch out of it. Yeah, we'll get that in there nice and tight. And then, yeah, come over to this side. We're gonna have to build something in here to hold the other side, because they gotta be parallel with each other, you know, for range of movement or whatever. But yeah, this looks good. Man, pretty excited. On to the next thing. Let's see if we can get this panhard bar figured out, and then maybe we'll make some brackets for our coilovers. All right, so rather than cutting this bracket and weakening it, what I'm gonna do is cut this at an angle, and then I'll weld it right there. Sides, top, bottom, everything that I can get to, and then this will actually hit the rear axle tube right in there. So that'll put us out far enough to where we're sitting pretty. Then we'll focus on the other side. All right, panhard bar is in. I did have to, not gonna lie, it got a little ugly. Had to add that piece in there. But it's sitting close enough to level for me. I'm gonna have a ton of welding to do. I just had to add this piece of tube in right there. Nothing too serious. Everything's still sitting square and level, so we're good. It is running towards the back just a hair, but I can live with it, so good enough. On to the next thing. Okay, I got this side tacked on there. Hopefully that's gonna be strong enough. I may put a gusset or two underneath, or maybe one on top, or both. I don't know yet. But yeah, got it straight up and down. I got one tab welded down there. I need to clean these up and drill holes in them. I need some shorter bolts for the top and the bottom. Panhard bar's tacked in. It's looking pretty good. I'm out of time, so I guess I'll say my goodbyes, and then yeah, maybe next time, huh? Well, that's gonna do it for this week's episode. Sorry it's been so long. We got quite a bit of work done today. I think it looks really good. Lots of welding to do, but I wanted to make sure everything was complete and functioning properly before I really burn it in there good. But anyways, you're watching Whiskey Dents. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for subscribing, commenting, and hitting that like button. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. Dreams don't work unless you do. Until next time, go check out David from Classic Car Revivals. He's building a hot rod too. Hopefully next summer it'll be mine. So thanks again. See you soon. Bye. You find all the eggs.
There's 2
2 eggs in there?
and 2 more here.
Awesome.